Oh no, I'm in this weird spot right now. I'm running out of things to review. Now, I have all these sabers on order, lots of them, a plethora. But, I don't know. It's just, I'm having some issues with certain companies. Um, but things are on their way. Starting on Friday, I should start receiving some new stuff and I can do some reviews of some things that really, there's just no reviews of currently on YouTube. One of the things I'm hoping will arrive on Saturday is I have the Saberforge Eco Ranger coming with the white blade. So that's one of the new Gen 3 sabers. So that should be pretty interesting. I'm really looking forward to that. That saber has a really, kind of like beautiful old Republic kind of feel to it. It reminds me a lot of kind of how I feel about the hilt for the Shadow Hunter. I just like the quality of that. So hopefully, like I said, they'll arrive on Saturday, and I'll post a review of that. In the meantime, here I've got my Dark Initiate V4, and this was a saber that I received from Ultrasabers with one of their specials that they're running. If you buy X number of stuff, spend X number of dollars, you get a free Initiate saber. So this is what they sent to me, and so I already took it apart just to kind of show you the pommel action. MHS compatible modular hilt system for those not in the new. Where these grooves are all kind of standardized and interchangeable. Everything uses the same diameter and the same thread, and a lot of the Ultra Saber, products, um, are like sort of modular as you get up in the higher quality brackets. Anyway, so I'm just using this as an example for the overall litmus test that is the Ultra Sabers experience. And I love my Ultra Sabers. Some people may, be critical of them, but I love them anyway. But I love all my sabers. They're all my babies. Anyway, so this thing has a little bit of a I don't know what you would call this, a little bit of a chassis or whatever that holds 4 AAA batteries. There's the power source. They get a little Velcro thingamabonger to hold the batteries in the chassis so you can swing it around. And then this thing just kind of like, let's see, hold on, just kind of shoves in there, and then this is not easy to do one-handed, so I apologize for the scrapey sounds. And we're tightening and tightening and tightening. Okay, hold on. Cool. So now that's on there good and tight. Now, the wonderful thing about Ultra Sabers that I don't think anybody ever mentions, and this is if you have an Ultra Sabers and you rub your little hand digits like right along the surface right here or anywhere on the thing, there's kind of like a burnishing kind of effect where it's sort of like not it's almost knurled. It's hard to explain. It's very subtle. You can kind of feel a texture on the surface. Like it's not absolutely smooth. It kind of, I don't know if they do that as part of the process and they're not even aware of it, or if it's intentional to add sort of the grippiness of the saber. But I really like that effect, and most of the lower end stuff does that. I have a bunch of the higher end sabers, and they don't do that quite as much because they're a little bit more refined. But on the simpler sabers, it's an interesting effect, and I like it very much. So you can see, I mean, this is basically essentially just the closest thing to a flashlight that you can get. But I really like this saber a lot. It's very very comfortable. A lot of grippiness here. Nice little choke point here. Nice little choke point here. And this came with the windowed emitters, which anytime that you can get windowed emitters on a Ultra Saber, definitely go for it because they do a pretty good job. They're not sharp, and it really adds to the overall aesthetic of the saber. This has the guarded switch, and some people don't, as I've said before, some people don't really care for the guarded switches, but I'm rather fond of them. I like them. It's just sort of like a clickety clack. You click it, and your saber's most definitely on, and will pretty much stay on. Click it, and it's off, and it'll stay off. And there's not really that too much play. I mean, unless you really get in there and push on it. Okay, sorry. So like, yeah, these plastic things and heavy dueling can break, but who cares? I mean, this thing was free. It's like a 75. Not even. It's probably like a $55 saber. But it's built to take a beating. It's so simple. I mean, it's just basically battery, chassis, LED, which is just kind of like floating around in there. It's held in place by the blade, and more or less, and then of course the single retention screw holds all this action together. When I insert my blade, I kind of dig the pommel into my chest a bit and push down as hard as possible, and then I tighten the screw. That gets the blade in there as deep as it'll go, because it pretty much goes to about maybe about there, and it's nice and secure. On this thing, I have just uncharacteristically for me, a 24. Like you're good for it. Okay, it's 24-inch blade. Yeah, like who cares? And this one came in consular green, which just does not show up on camera, not in this lighting situation. It's kind of funny that every single review has, from every single reviewer, has the same issue. And yeah, that's pretty much the full measure of this thing. So really simple, and kind of sort of covers the general quality you'll find with most of the simpler Ultrasabers offerings. And yeah, I think they're worth the money. The thing is like, I wouldn't necessarily deliberately order something like this, but when you do the grab bag or the mystery box, or what have you, and you get something like this, and the wonderful thing is you're guaranteed to get your money's worth. So you wouldn't normally get one of these with either of those, unless it came with probably like an AB switch, definitely the windows. I mean, they got gussied up to give you your $75 worth. So, I mean, you'll only get something like this with a free initiate. And I don't know. I really, really like this saber a lot. When I feel like having something that's not too complex and just it's functional and really comfy in the hands. You don't have to worry about taking any damage to your hands. Nothing sharp. Nothing's gonna wear away at your flesh. You do not need a flesh-eating saber. No one does, unless that's like your thing. Oh, and lastly, I really like how they like put the little color on the dot there. I don't know. I'm weird. I like things, simple things. At any rate, hopefully more interesting reviews coming soon. I probably won't have anything for tomorrow because I'm down to the dregs, as it were. So I'll probably have something for y'all on Saturday. So hope everyone has themselves a really, really good evening. And dang it, I'll be talking to you soon. So please comment, like, subscribe, and make me happy, because I like to be happy. Who doesn't? Take care now. Bye.